What's up, my disc golf peeps? My name's Lee. I'm here to do it in the bag with you. I'm going to tell you what I throw, when I throw, and why I throw it. First, we're going to start with my bag and what I carry. It's a Dynamic Disc Commander. What I first started with was what I like to refer to as a first run. It was a gray and black, not as good as quality as this one. Took it into my local shop, traded it out, no problem, free of cost. Nothing. Fractured red, fantastic. Call it a weekender bag, whatever you want. It's what I throw. It's not a backpack style. Get out of here. Got a couple of different pockets here. The front pocket, carry my cell phone in here, fingernail clippers. You know you all use them. Need to throw those discs just right and those fingernails get in the way. I cut mine right on the course. My friends bitch at me for it. Get over it. Got your Sharpie in here. When you hit those aces, you want your friends to sign your discs, creating those memories, right? Disc golf for life. A couple of side pockets. Got your towel, your beanie, your gloves, wintertime, essentials. On the other side, got my hot hands. Again, for wintertime, you know you need them. Got some gum in here, makes my bag smell minty fresh. I love it. Great water bottle pocket on the side. 10 times better than the old one. Nice little stretchy fabric to it. It's great. We'll start from the outside and work our way in. I've got two putters that I carry. One mainly is for practice. Don't use it a whole lot anymore. It's a Soft Judge, Emax stamp. Eric McCabe, hope you're watching. Shout out, right? So I just keep it in there. It's bead. I like it. A lot of people hate it. Doesn't bother me at all. Flies right off the fingers. My main putter, I've got this yellow Soft Warden. Fantastic. Flies straight out of my hands. Hits the chains perfectly, grabs them, no problem at all. Love this disc. Move our way in the bag, because that's what we're doing, right? It's called an in the bag. I'm going to start with my RC3. We're going to move away from the Trilogy for a little bit, which is Latitude 64, Dynamic Disc, and West Side. But this RC3 flies perfectly straight for me, straight down an alleyway. A little fade off to the right, but it does the job every time. X out, no problem. Great color. It's going to be hard to get rid of this one and transfer to Trilogy. The Mace is what I picked up because it's a little bit more overstable than that RC3 that I just showed you. It's recycled plastic, signature disc by Feldberg. A little bit of the inspiration, if you know what I'm talking about. So, fades off a little bit more quicker than the RC3. It does its job when I need to get around a few trees. Love that green swirl to it. Moving on to a nice understable mid-range that I have by West Side. It's got a -3 turn on it. As lefty, I need this disc. A lot of holes on my home course, I feel like, are made for right-handed throwers. Throw this on a straight line, it's going to do its job and work its way to the left and hold it and park right under the basket. VIP plastic, had a tournament, was a little flippy. Moved to the VIP, and it seems to be doing its job just fine. I carry 4 Suspects. This is one of my favorite discs. I've got 2 Lucids. One is a little newer. I've got an older one that I got a while ago. It's my very first one. It was overstable at the beginning, what it's supposed to do. It's beat in. It flies nice and straight. Right hand, forehand, all day long. Great approach shot, great disc. I just carry a Fusion and a Classic Blend. If the basket's on a nice little hill, little incline, as long as I can get it there right on the basket, it'll stick and not go anywhere. Gotta love that party stand. Party over here! The Fusion, it has an overstable flight to it, and it's held it. No matter how much this thing is beat in, it keeps that overstable flight and it'll get to the basket every time. Suspects, go-to disc for me. Love them. Gonna stay with the Trilogy for one more disc. As far as my mid-rangers go, the Hard Swan. It's a fairly new Hard Swan. Party stamp again, party over here. With that red to it, it's got a nice little understable -1 turn to it. So when I need a little backhand, right hand, around some trees, nice little approach shot, this is going to be outside the circle for me. I can really tell that it holds that line with that understableness. This is a great disc for me to get up to the basket. Moving away from the Trilogy, I've got a couple of Innovas here. The reason I hold these is because my first two aces were Innova, the Turn and the Beast. I can't get rid of them because if I've hit one ace or two aces with them, I can keep these in my bag and hopefully hit another one. As much as I want to hit one with the Trilogy, that Latitude Westside Dynamic, they're fantastic discs. The tie-dye color, I can't get rid of this. This is a great disc. And the Star Plastic and the Beast, nice little S-curve. You've got some staggered trees there. It'll fly straight through and hopefully bang those chains. Those guys on the next hole are here from a mile away. Got a couple of fairway drivers here. I'm going to kind of compare these two. I've got one Latitude and one Innova. One's the King Climo T-Bird, and I've got a Saint. Now you might all be thinking, those are completely different, Lee. What are you thinking? Sure, the Saint's a little straighter, a little fade at the end. Champion T-Bird is still a little overstable for me. No matter how much I've hit trees, it just hasn't straightened out. A lot of my friends have compared this to maybe an Escape, which I still haven't picked up. So if you can give me enough reasons to pick one up, I'll do it. Champion Plastic may be a little bit more durable than the Gold line. The Saint, I've noticed it's maybe a little flippy now that I have hit a couple of trees because it's not as durable as the Champion, so it's not holding up its durability as much. Straight shot, I'll take the Saint all day. Nice little curve around some trees. Overstable T-Bird for me. So I've got a Giant that I love. Ghost Stamp, picked it up on the used rack. It was a great find. I needed something for the couple of holes, lefty holes, that are on our course, 2 or 3 of them, and it tanks. It's fantastic. I put a straight line on it, 200 feet, it'll start tanking over and give me about 50 or 75 more feet. Nice little skip right up towards the basket. Now the World I just picked up, which is by Westside, same product. I think it's a little higher speed, 14. I haven't thrown it yet, but I hope maybe it'll replace the Giant and go a little further for me. Different plastic, VIP compared to the Tournament. I compare this to the Champion, which has got a little bit more durability to it. Got that egg coming out of the duck. I don't know what their theory is there. We'll see. Carry 2 Underworlds by Westside. Again, sticking with the Trilogy plastic. Older one, beat it in a little bit more, hit some trees, and it became really, really understable for me. It's got a -3 on it, similar to the Tursus, so I kind of compare the two, but again, this is just a little bit longer range. This other one's a backup, got it on the used rack, practically brand new, hopefully to beat it in a little bit more and throw it if I ever lose this one, which I'm too good to do that. I never lose discs. Sidewinder, found it in the water, almost fell in some muck to get it. It's a water hole. I care about my other discs too much. So that's what this is. The Bolt, one of my favorites. There's one, maybe 2 long distance holes that are at my local course. Hole 12. Took me a while to figure it out, but as long as I put some hyzer flip on this Bolt, because it is so understable, put that hyzer flip on it, flips right up, start going over to the left, think it's going to keep going, that sucker comes right back to the right, it'll fade out 50, 60 feet from the basket for me. Probably my favorite long distance driver that I have. Fantastic. Moving on to the King, one that I originally had before the Bolt. It's probably more understable than the Bolt. It's Westside. It's got the -1.4 on it, but the numbers, they don't say what it is at all. Again, I've got to put a little hyzer flip on this. Comes out, it might go a little further than my Bolt, but because I feel more confident with my Bolt, I feel like it just flies a little bit better for me. I'll go with that any day over the King. But King's still a great disc. VIP plastics compared to what that Bolt is, which is Opto. More durable. Trespass. Probably one of my favorite discs. I lost one, and my buddy had one exactly the same color, and he really wasn't throwing it a lot, didn't like it a lot. It's a Lucid plastic. I love yellow. I've got 3, 4, 5 discs with the yellow. They're really easy to find, any condition, and this is just really a go-to. It's really, really reliable. It's going to do what I want it to do. It'll fly straight. I can get this sucker out about 250, and I feel like maybe around 50 or 60 more feet it'll fade out for me and get a nice little skip on it. That's the Trespass by Dynamic Disc. And guys, that's my in the bag. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you go out and throw every day, all day, any day. Have a good one, guys. Take it easy. Peace.